Hey guys, this is a quick little experimental video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting this in an unlisted video and putting the link inside of the YouTube community. So people who are part of the community, I assume you're more engaged with my content than perhaps the general public. So I'm putting this out, a little insider news for you guys. So number one, finally, after months, the new Studioweb store is probably launching tomorrow or the next day. It's just a brand new store that fully integrates with the Studioweb 4 platform. And it's just an easy way where you can buy the individual courses. Some people just want to do the JavaScript as opposed to the web stack course. Some people want to do just the Python, or maybe they bought HTML, CSS, JavaScript. They just want the Python. It gives you all these options, including the freelancing course and stuff. But what's more interesting about this, it's going to allow me to create mini courses and easily mount them online. With the current store system, which I developed it like 10, 12 years ago, the killer video store was designed at a time when I was selling CDs and then DVDs. And then I was selling USB sticks where you would buy the videos and we would ship them out on USB stick. Crazy. So the store also does digital download as well, but that's kind of old school way of doing things. So the new Studioweb store is fully integrated with the Studioweb Learning SaaS. So you purchase, it adds it to your profile, tracks everything for you. It's just a much better experience. And we're going to be adding other mini courses, free and otherwise, to the system, and other courses as well. Getting this platform up and running was time consuming. Anyway, so I'm happy that that's up. Another heads up is that I'm doing tomorrow, it's being released tomorrow afternoon, the only time I've ever done a full sponsored video on a product out there. It's a very powerful web builder. And, I've talked about, JetBrains stuff. I talked about Microsoft products. I talked about different IDEs, commercial. And I just talked about them just to give you some information about what was out there, right? It was not commercial. So this company approached me and they said, hey, you want to talk about our product? I said, well, so I took a look. I go, oh, that's pretty cool. And I saw that Adobe uses them. Adobe, of all people, uses them. Intuit, CBS, a whole bunch of others. So I said, this is something that's worthy of mention. So hey, if they want to pay me to mention, why not? So this is the first time I've ever done this. I don't know if I'll do it again, in all honesty. I was experimenting. I get all these ads, sponsorship opportunities thrown at me, so many. And I refused the vast majority. I've done a few over the last couple of months. I think, though, I'm going to stop doing that simply because I'd rather just talk about my own products and services. Now that I got the new store up and we got the new things coming out. So when I do talk about stuff, I'll be talking about my own stuff, which kind of makes sense. Unless I get a real sweet deal, why not, Very interesting. This whole YouTube thing, as you guys know, initially was more or less a hobby / exercise for me. Now, the channel is old. I put it up years ago, and then I had one of my assistants just upload a bunch of the content at that time. So if you look back 8, 9 years, you see some legacy content on there. And then about 2, 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted to get better at speaking in front of the camera. So I said, I'm going to do a video a day for a year, which I did, 365 videos, and since then, I've done a lot more. And it grew. I had no expectations of anything. It just grew, and we have 130,000 subs at this time, a little more. I really enjoyed, by the way, but it's funny, doing YouTube videos, and I'll tell you, it's great marketing for my business. I've gotten a lot more schools because of it. And people like the courses. They're good, but it's just a lot of fun. Like, instead of playing video games or doing this, that, and the other thing, I like doing videos. It's just so much fun. That's why I got this super expensive camera. It's a tool. It's very useful. But at the same time, it's just been a heck of a lot of fun. And I just enjoy it like any Anybody who's into a hobby, like a guitarist, will love different types of guitars. I play drums. I love drums. I like looking at different types of drums and et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so there you go. This is a little insider information. So back to the store, if you're still listening. So the store is going to go live either tomorrow night or next day, maybe tomorrow, depending on what comes. I'm waiting for my lead developer to come back to me. And what I want to do is, apparently it's fully functional. I haven't tested it myself. My developers and my tester tested it. They said it's fine. We'll see. I am going to be releasing a coupon. I'm going to be releasing a coupon with a nice big fat discount for people just to test amongst the community here. I don't know. Let me know which one you would want. I was thinking of releasing a coupon either for Python standalone or maybe for JavaScript standalone. And that's another part of the store, by the way. We have a very powerful couponing system. So we have a couponing system in the old store, but the new store has a better one where we can target specific courses. So we can say this coupon applies to the Python course for 30 days, etc. Or this coupon applies to, it's a blanket coupon, applies to all the courses for 5 days. And this is the discount, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. So I'm giving you a little insight into the back end of the system. Studioweb's main purpose, by the way, the Studioweb SaaS, the learning software, is for schools. We have districts and many schools, college, middle school, high school. So most of the complexity of Studioweb is behind the scenes. Most of the complexity you're not going to see. Teachers see part of it, administrators will see another part of it, and we see, of course, all the complex parts of it. Everything is set up as classrooms and so on. So you're going to see with this integration as well. Like the old Studioweb, you create a profile and so forth, but we're putting that on steroids for students in a way where not only will you be able to buy courses, which basically add to your own personal locker room, if you will. They stay in your locker room. Once you buy, it's not like a monthly thing with the system, as you know. You buy, boom, there. There'll be coupons will be issued for free mini courses for people who already have profiles in Studioweb, stuff like that. So it's a way to build a profile that you can show prospective employers and stuff. And we're taking it to a whole new level. I will have a big announcement about that in the next month or so. Another thing we're doing with the Studioweb Learning SaaS, it was actually, I showed you some of the skins, right? So we're getting the final skins tomorrow from the designer. So I have a guy who's a dedicated UI designer. He's really good. I've been working with him for 10 years now. He's out of California, good old Ben. And so he was already good 10 years ago. He's much better now. He's got great design skills, good UX skills on top of that, which is hard to find. So he's delivering all the HTML and the CSS and the JavaScript to us, basically all the view templates for every page or view in the system. And that's being integrated. So you're going to see within Studioweb itself, the UI, though it's very easy to use, the current user interface, very easy to use, great UX, meaning great user experience. But the look is kind of dated. It's held up really well over the last many years. But I've updated courses, but we haven't updated the UI and UX in that time. We're doing that now. Very modern UI UX. And just in case you're curious, we're implementing Vue.js for that as well. Vue.js. That's our choice. So we're going to see a much more responsive, a much better, but a better user experience because we're going to be using Vue. So that's all rolling out over the next couple of weeks. But the store next few days. So I want to issue a coupon. If you guys, let me know if you're interested in a coupon for just the JavaScript course or just the Python course or just the freelance course or just the PHP course, whatever. Let me know. And I'm going to set something up like a huge discount, bigger than ever before, like something like 50, 60% off or something like that. Just for a limited time for a few days for the community. Because I want to test out the store and the couponing and I want to make sure everything works good with people within the community. and then we unleash that on the general public. And as I said, now that the store is finished, I do plan on putting out some more structured courses. I think there's going to be mini courses on particular subjects. I want to find out what people want. And again, for community members, I think I'm going to put out free ones as well. So they could be like 5 or 6 videos, 7, 10 videos, depending, with some quizzing and stuff, where you earn this, the badge, etc. And yeah, and the way I'll be able to distribute these things easily, finally, is through the couponing system. So you'll be able to acquire one of these mini courses for for free sometimes, and I'll be happy to give back to the community that way. As you know, if you've done the Studioweb courses, you know that the big advantage of the platform is the back and forth with the quizzing and the hinting. Otherwise, and that helps a lot with the learning process, right? You get that interaction, etc., the hinting, the help, etc. Otherwise, if you're just using a Udemy or something, it's just YouTube behind a paywall. You don't have that benefit. Now, don't get me wrong, you can learn a lot from just videos, but when you have that interaction, which reinforces the knowledge, emphasized in the videos. So, a little tip, a little thing about Studioweb. The quizzing is a big part of the quizzing is the learning process, right? Because the quizzes are used to reinforce concepts and knowledge that you see in a video, but also emphasizes the points from the video that are important to take away. Sometimes you watch a video, and for a lot of people, especially when you're beginners, you're not sure what is the key message in the video, perhaps. That's where the quizzes come in. All right, thanks for watching this. We'll see how this experiment goes. Secret unlisted video for community members only. All right, bye-bye.